5 teams, 5 fatal errors. They passed on Larry Bird, paving the path for the Celtics to swoop in at number 6 and alter the game forever. Fast forward to today, and Bird is a basketball deity.
We're down to 6. Bird in the corner, double fake, jumper, it's good! Larry Bird!
But what about those 5 players drafted before him? How did they turn out? What became of them? One of them faced a fate far removed from the glitz and glamour of the NBA, banned entirely from the league. Another went on to become the father of a current NBA star, but we'll get to that. Michael Thompson. Drafted as the number 1 pick by the Portland Trail Blazers in 1978, Thompson made history as the first foreign-born player to claim that spot. With a stellar college career at the University of Minnesota under his belt, Thompson seemed destined for greatness. His rookie year in the NBA showed promise, but it was marred by a devastating knee injury that sidelined him for the entire 1979-1980 season. But in the 1981-1982 season, he came back strong. He showed his skills with the Blazers, averaging an impressive 20.8 points and 11.7 rebounds per game. But it was his later move to the Los Angeles Lakers where he truly made his mark. Thompson was a key part of the Lakers' Showtime era. He helped win 2 NBA championships, including a famous victory over Larry Bird Celtics in the 1987 finals. He was a great backup to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with a fearlessness against giants like Kevin McHale, making him a legend in basketball. Over his 13-season career, he averaged 13.7 points and 7.4 rebounds per game. But Thompson's influence didn't end with his playing days. Today, he continues to be a prominent figure in the basketball world as the Lakers' radio color commentator. His son, Klay Thompson, the Splash Brother, is following in his footsteps as well. And together, they've become one of the best father-son duos to win an NBA championship as players. Phil Ford. Now, when you think of North Carolina basketball legends, names like Michael Jordan and James Worthy may come to mind. But let's not overlook the incredible legacy of Phil Ford, whose talents lit up the court during his time at Chapel Hill. Drafted as the 2nd overall pick by the Kansas City Kings, now known as the Sacramento Kings, Ford wasted no time making his mark in the NBA. In his rookie year, he snagged the coveted Rookie of the Year honors, averaging 15.9 points and 8.6 assists per game. But his impact wasn't limited to his rookie season. Over the years, he showed his skill and versatility, earning all NBA second-team honors as his scoring averages rose. However, like many great athletes, Ford faced a share of challenges. As the 1980s rolled in, injuries and fluctuating performance marked the latter years of his tenure with the Kings. But he bounced back, lacing up for the Nets, Bucks, and Rockets before hanging up his jersey in 1985. But his love affair with basketball didn't end there. In 1988, he returned to his alma mater, North Carolina, this time as an assistant coach. With coaching legend Dean Smith, Ford played a key role. They guided the Tar Heels to NCAA glory, including a 1993 title. Today, Ford remains deeply connected to basketball. He lends his talents to the University of North Carolina's Educational Foundation, where he provides insights as a color commentator for UNC basketball broadcasts. Rick Roby. In 1978, the Indiana Pacers made the bold move to trade away the 1st overall pick to the Portland Trail Blazers. And with the 3rd pick in hand, they set their sights on Rick Roby. Roby's draft selection was no fluke. Fresh off a stellar performance in the 1978 championship game, Roby had dropped a cool 20 points to help lead the Kentucky Wildcats to victory. He was destined for NBA glory. However, his journey in the pros didn't quite pan out as expected. Despite a brief stint with the Pacers, Roby found himself donning the iconic green jersey of the Boston Celtics in 1979. He became teammates with Larry Bird during the Celtics championship triumph in 1981. Roby played a vital role in shaping Boston's legacy during the golden era of the NBA. But as fate would have it, Roby's time in Beantown was short-lived. Roby was traded to the Phoenix Suns in 1983, with Dennis Johnson making the reverse journey to Boston. Despite the ups and downs of his NBA journey, his contributions on the court left an indelible mark. Over 8 seasons in the NBA, he averaged a respectable 7.6 points and 4.7 rebounds per game, with a career total of 3,723 points. After hanging up his jersey, Roby returned to his roots in the Louisville area, seamlessly transitioning to the world of real estate. Today, he leads his real estate team at eXp Louisville, leveraging the skills and determination he honed on the court to excel in a new arena. Michael Ray Richardson. Drafted 4th overall by the New York Knicks in the 1978 NBA draft, Richardson burst onto the scene with a style. As the only player on this list to earn the coveted NBA All-Star nod, Richardson seemed destined for greatness. During his time with the Knicks, he showcased his flexibility by switching between the roles of a point guard and shooting guard. In his sophomore season, he averaged 15.2 points and a league-leading 10.1 assists per game, an impressive feat by any measure. But just as his career seemed poised for even greater heights, a series of trades and off-court issues threw his trajectory into turmoil. Traded to the Golden State Warriors in 1982, his time in the Bay Area was short-lived as he was soon shipped off to the New Jersey Nets. And despite the turbulence, he managed to earn another All-Star nod in 1985. But in a devastating blow to his career, Richardson was banned from the NBA in 1986. He had violated the league's drug policy many times, and his once promising trajectory abruptly came to an end. But despite his exile from the league, he refused to let his story end in defeat. He found solace and redemption overseas. He continued to play the game he loved while grappling with the demons that threatened to consume him. But even in the face of adversity, his legacy endures. And while his time in the NBA may have been cut short, his impact on the game and the conversation surrounding it remains undeniable. With 556 career games under his belt, Richardson averaged 14.8 points and 7 assists per game. But beyond the stat lies a story of resilience, redemption, and the ongoing quest for fulfillment in work and life. Purvis Short. Some players have bright talents, but casual fans often miss their contributions. Purvis Short, affectionately known as the Rainbow Man, falls into this category, a player whose smooth jumper and unwavering dedication left an indelible mark on the hardwood. Short was selected 5th by the Warriors just before Larry Legend, entering the league with quiet confidence and a lethal shooting touch. Throughout his 12-season career, he proved time and time again that he belonged among the game's elites. While he may not have garnered the same level of acclaim as some of his peers, his consistency and versatility set him apart. With just one season falling short of double-digit scoring averages, he showcased his ability to make an impact in any role. His tenure with the Warriors was nothing short of remarkable. In his 9 seasons with the team, his scoring prowess was on full display. His career best campaign was the 1984-1985 season. During that memorable season, he lit up the scoreboard with 28 points per game. But perhaps the crowning moment of his career came on a historic night in 1984 when he unleashed a scoring barrage for the ages. With a career-high 59 points in a single game, Short etched his name into the annals of basketball history. His journey didn't end with his time in the NBA. After hanging up his jersey in 1990, he embarked on a new chapter overseas, suiting up for Hapoel Tel Aviv in Israel. Despite the challenges of playing in a new league, Short again proved his worth. He led his team to a successful season before retiring in 1992, but his impact extended far beyond his exploits on the court. After his playing days, he joined the NBA Players Association, where he played a vital role in supporting and mentoring players across the league. His dedication to the game and its players earned him recognition in the form of induction into the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame in 1999. Now to Larry Bird. A guy who became one of the biggest names in NBA history. With his remarkable college stats and a reputation as the best player in Indiana State history, Bird seemed like a no-brainer for the top pick. Due to a loophole in the NBA rulebook, Bird technically had the option to return to college even after being drafted, an unsettling prospect for teams eager to secure their future. For many franchises, the risk was simply too great. They couldn't afford to risk a top pick on the idea. They would have to wait a year for Bird to join the league, then he might refuse to sign and re-enter the draft the next season. Instead, they opted for players they believed could make an immediate impact and propel them towards success. But where others saw risk, Red Auerbach saw an opportunity. Auerbach had the 6th pick and a shrewd game sense. He seized the moment knowing that Bird's potential was too great to ignore. Auerbach had a brilliant idea. He used the Celtics' 8th pick, which they got from the Lakers in a previous trade. This ensured that, no matter what happened with Bird, Boston would add talent to its roster. And so, on that fateful draft day, the Celtics made history. They secured a basketball prodigy who would achieve greatness beyond measure, and their faith was quickly rewarded. Bird's arrival in the NBA marked a new era for the Celtics. He quickly became a great talent and a key part of the team's return to success. But Bird's impact transcended mere statistics. Alongside his longtime rival Magic Johnson, Bird played a pivotal role in revitalizing the NBA during the 1980s. Together, they helped elevate the league to new heights, cementing their status as basketball legends. Even after hanging up his jersey, Bird continued to leave his mark on the game, this time from the sidelines as a coach and later an executive. Bird led the Indiana Pacers to great success. His leadership and smarts propelled the team to new heights, solidifying his legacy as a basketball visionary.